I forgot. I gotta go.
Yeah, it is.
Right now we're live, bro.
It is. It's right. It is now.
Like this is late for late now.
No, it's only 2, 3, 4 minutes.
That 8:18 is like our usual late.
Yeah, 8:18 is our usual time.
That's usually. This is.
Well, you
like,
start. You know what? You started the music at like 8:15 or 16.
Anyway, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna switch internets here.
And that's what happened. Oh, here we go. He's gonna switch internet. He's gonna vanish. He's gonna get sucked up in the sky.
Gotta get that tooth filled in again, bro.
Yeah. You better
see.
Do you still have that tooth? There.
I switched internets. I'm on my phone just to make sure it's good.
Hello, Bobs. Yeah, you got that tooth? The dentist
you still got that tooth they pulled out?
No, I left it there, man. It was all full of blood and stuff.
You should have gone him to
brought
clean
it, bro.
and then you could have put it on your neck like a necklace because you've been all screwed up ever since.
That's what I should have done. The real fella coming in late to work. I might go backstage for a bit here. I've got whatever that flu was or whatever. I've got it now.
A what?
You're sick now, bro?
Yeah, whatever. Fuck COVID, whatever you want to call it. They're calling it now. The whole house is gone in except me, and I'm talking shit. I'm like talking shit there. It's too strong, bro. Too strong, I'm saying.
That's karma, bro. I did that too, and with Jess, and I got it right away. It's like,
I just took 2 Dayquil's, bad, and I threw up earlier, so I'm toast, bro.
You pricks better not get me sick. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man, we were in the same fish house. The same fish house. The card repair glacier scoring headquarters. So
you and I drove out together.
So we're gonna talk. Of course, the Icebreaker Elite Series Q1 at Balsam Bay. We're gonna talk. Does it work? But does it work? We'll talk a little bit about tournaments and sponsorships. There's a good conversation on Facebook today about it, and yeah, some bro science and we'll get some stuff done, broskies.
And damn, it's cold out.
Oh yeah, real damn, it's cold out, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put the intro and we'll go here. Stop that music. Get the intro. Let's go. It is Monday, January 15, and it is minus 55 out here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. But
we're all thawed out from yesterday, man.
Let me tell you something.
We're all thawed out.
I was in my shop is set at 62 degrees.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
And the wind is coming out of the west, and it's pushing against my shop door. I went into this morning, it was 48. Like,
that's
Christ,
crazy, man.
It's cold. And it's supposed to be like this for the next 3 days.
Well, next weekend it'll be warmer, I think.
Well, it doesn't help right now.
I think it's starting coming up this weekend. It's supposed to warm up. So
we've been spoiled, is why we've been spoiled.
Yeah.
This is the first real taste of winter. Now that was like shit. That was cold, man. But
that was a shell shocker yesterday, man.
Yesterday morning. Fun though.
It's fun. Yes. You sure?
I think.
Now you thinking. First you smile, then you think.
Well, it was fun.
Not anymore, though, is it? Is it?
No, not right
now. No, it's not fun anymore.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Make up your mind.
No.
Think. Since you're thinking, now go on. Think. Is it fun?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Absolutely not?
Zero fun, sir.
All right.
That's Eric. That is Eric when you forget to do something. Do a T.
Who brought this cord? Nobody. Oh, we're having fun now, aren't we? We're having fun now.
You cannot believe
some of the teams at lunchtime. Some of the teams at lunchtime were having the exact conversation.
Yep.
Zero fish at lunchtime.
Yeah, I was gonna actually phone Val and say, "Look, I need you somehow to get the Starlink to me because I'm starting to panic."
You're afraid of the Boper Wrath, eh?
I can imagine, dude. You only got a couple things to take.
He goes, shit, bro. We needed that.
We did not bring the the tech video security Starlink yesterday, but good thing Kyle Dodd over there, Brandon Elliott as well, being so hospitable, sharing the glacier.
Oh,
So,
man, that was like a lifesaver. But you go in from minus a gazillion to like you walked into a fire. It was so hot in there.
It was so good. You're the one complaining. It was so nice when you walked in there.
Shut up, you little pansy.
It was beautiful and nice.
I was saying,
beautiful warmth in there, man.
Why is Mike complaining, man? It's like it's better than being outside where we came from.
I know.
It was too hot, man. I had flashbacks of passing out in a boat. I didn't want to pass out in the glacier.
That is what he said. He goes, I don't want to pass out here, guys.
Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate everybody watching who watched yesterday, the live stream. You know, not bad for three.
Really like the positive feedback too.
Making something up along the way, kind of thing. Made it up as we go. So, that was good, man.
Yeah.
Going up, Murray. Yeah. Three schmucks there and Leon making it up, and we did it. So that was good.
So Leon's a schmuck.
He's the only non-schmuck, I guess.
Okay.
What's up, CDP? How about them Flyers? Fuck the Flyers.
They got lucky, little pricks.
Hey, man. They put 2 more in than they did. The Jets
You're
did.
bound to lose. You're about to lose.
Should have had that other team on their ice instead of the Jets.
Nah. I wanted to give a shout out, though. It was Filipino Heritage Night over there. I got the Jet cap. That just set me back $137 or whatever they were charging at the store. But
holy Jesus.
I had to shout out Nash there. Look at Nash go, bro. So he's the littlest guy over here, littlest guy on the ice. He was the youngest. These were all 6 and 7-year-olds, a couple 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Nash got pulled up from the minors to fill in for somebody. And it's saying a lot when he's the smallest one out there. These are all Filipino kids, and he's still the smallest. So that's saying a lot. But
I'm surprised when you're on ice, you didn't body check the guy who scored on the other team, man.
I was coaching the white teams. The problem was going against Nash.
You're going against Nash.
There's Nash going to go on a breakaway over there. There he goes,
Yeah.
that little guy. Yeah. He can skate pretty quick for a little bugger, man. He's awesome, and he loves it. Loves the hockey.
Can he stop?
He can stop better than I can. So
I was going to say, because if he can stop, he's better than you already.
Teaching me the hockey.
I sent you a video of yourself skating, bro.
Did you, bro?
On WhatsApp. Check it out. I sent a
Nice,
video
I'll
of you.
check it out there, man. I told Nash, just park yourself in front of that net. And when the puck comes to you, you're going to score. So he did it.
Just
and then
shoot it.
my other guy on my white team there was like, well, no, I'm going to stay as goalie then. And they both were just on a standoff.
That's pretty good.
Man, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. That was good. I'm on Eric's wife, but Facebook is sketchy feed. Wow. Go to YouTube, bro. We're leaving Facebook, man. I'm telling you. Oh,
We're leaving Facebook. Yeah.
Now
We got to
they're
get
saying
off
Facebook's
Facebook.
gonna ban us again. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. LeBobs, you saw Jordy up on the Jumbotron there, right?
I did, bro. So, Santos' niece.
I bet you all these other people saying, that girl ain't no Filipino, man. She pure white compared to the first two, man.
Filipinos come in all shapes and sizes, bro.
Well, we heard me and Jess were there at the game too, and we heard some people saying behind us, she ain't no Filipino, man. It was funny, man.
Oh, yeah, good job, though. Good job to everybody. That was good. That was good. The hockey game was good. Speaking of Filipinos, Bansal. Bansal's a Filipino who just won the Q1.
Yes.
Oh, who's this
Q1.
guy? Where's this guy? Always late for sound check. You're only on every fourth show, and you can't.
You're a fucking pain in the ass when you're on.
Wow. Hi. Hi, Jeremy.
That's
Hi,
a little
Eric.
welcome for Leon, man.
Hi, Mike. I just got home from work.
Okay. We were talking here.
But hey, thanks for asking how I'm doing, Mike.
Listen, you little bitch.
Oh, here we go. Nail them up.
If you think that's the way I start my conversations, you're definitely talking to the wrong person.
Anyways.
I don't talk to anybody
right
that
back
way.
to Calgary.
Holy
Franco
moly.
wasn't sure if he was going to make it even, and he came back, got a couple practice days in, and right back out to work in Calgary, and it helped out. Second place. That's pretty good, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Gail Gray's got a cheerleading section there for junior. Nice work. Any white basket? No.
Oh, no white bass at
No
all.
one's got a white bass.
And I'm gonna put money on it that there won't be one. That's the challenge out there to CDP Nation. There will not be a white bass pulled through the ice this winter.
No way.
You heard it. You heard it right now. But if you
We'll
do,
have to see.
we've got a $750 package coming from Big Sky Tyson.
$750.
It just keeps going up every time, man. Every week that goes by.
You have a better chance of pulling up a shopping cart than a white bass, probably.
You probably have a better chance pulling up a corpse than you got a white.
Well, I didn't want to say that. Yeah, I want to keep this brown bass.
No,
Brown
brown
bass,
bass don't
yes.
count, bro. It's got to be a white bass,
Nope.
bro. Just
Gotta
white.
be a white bass.
We already have.
Oh
Filthy
my
Heritage
goodness,
Night.
Layden, man.
This is the only time anybody wants to see something white.
This is white now. This is how about white bass? Oh my god. No, not. I know, bro.
They're hard to find, man.
Harder to
Good luck.
find. Speaking of hard to find, look at that segue, bro. That is the sexiest Bigfoot I have seen. The one on the left, anyway. The one on the right.
Dirty, hairy.
That's a Mike Bartoli one there, shared by Dustin C. Henry with the belly. But the one on the left, wow, that's a sexy Eric LaVolpa Sasquatch right there, man.
He looks like he's got a flat. The guy on the right looks like he's got a flat ass as well.
No.
That's how Leon stands, man.
You got
That's Leon on the right, man. In a cost. That's how he stands, bro.
the Michelin man look.
So now that we've had the minus 55, whatever it is, weather out there, it is still not too late to winterize your boat. Get it done.
Oh my gosh.
Are those two 400s on
I
it?
seen that one.
Damn.
Jeez.
What a
There was another one I seen today where the boat was up against the shoreline. It had icicles all hanging off it,
Yeah.
oh my god.
and it
So
had
what do
that boat rescue there.
What do you think, Mike? This boat gonna be okay still though? It'll be fine, eh?
You
No.
ain't gonna touch it.
No.
Like, what kind of damage would that thing take then? What is it getting? Like all the lines are freezing, obviously. There's water in
Possibly
lower end?
splitting all the pumps.
yeah.
Well, I saw New
The
York.
worst thing that could happen is you split the belt or not the live well pump, and then it fills the boat up.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
That's horrible, man. 2 400 Verados, it looks like there, and just letting that happen. Ay.
where was that though?
Too much money, man.
Just south. Your people are still boating, in the upper Midwest there. And then the cold weather just came and caught them, and then that's that. But I mean,
That could have been,
if you're boating in January.
that could have been out Buffalo, like New York way. New York had a bunch. I saw some of the shorelines in the boardwalks in New York were flooded there on the weekend there. So
You see the stadium? Oh my God, you had to shovel to get to your seats. Isn't that crazy?
yeah, well, those guys were having fun. Bill's Mafia was having fun shoveling.
Billable hours right there. There you go, for sure.
We should have CDP Mafia for when it snows out there.
No, we already
Shovel a path on the lake for us.
What?
Have CDP out there shoveling the path for us on the lake.
I'll give you the shovel. You can shovel for me.
They got a path. They got a shovel for your car, man. Your little mini buggy.
Well, somebody, yes. I heard there's a guy there yesterday. He had a car like mine and he got stuck. That's what I heard.
No way, man. There was an Audi that made it all the way
Audi
to
that
24,
made it, bro.
but Leon got stuck.
If Leon was there,
Oh yeah, you weren't there. I forgot you weren't there. Anyway, got stuck. We're pushing out there at minus 70. Did you guys see? You see that post? There were good friends, Scotty and Kyle there, Brueger Outdoors. Like, this is no secret. We talk about this thing every year, but it was never made public knowledge. And then Brueger was like, and if you read Scotty's full post, it's time to get this out to the world. Mike Thull invented it. He comes to Lake Winnipeg all the time.
Yeah.
And put it out there. There's like 1 million views on this little clip of just showing it in the hole of how it sort of looks underwater there or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it in action myself either. They were pretty tight-lipped on it. They were talking about it, but I've never seen it. That's what it is. I think that's like a live target frog, right?
Yeah, it's a live target frog with a 3/8 weight on the nose of it.
Yeah.
So when it hit, the fuck is all that noise?
Who else do you think it is, man?
Jesus
What?
Christ! Fuck! I'm getting sore ears from the whatever you're doing.
Well, at least you can still
Anyway.
hear. Hey, that's the positive thing.
You know what I can do? Now? You know what
Here
I
we
could
go.
do? I can mute you.
There you go.
So then when it hits the bottom,
Yeah.
the nose is down just like a frog. And I guess that minnow, when it's kicking around, it's actually kicking up, moving the frog, and it's kicking up the mud. So it looks like a frog is trying to bury itself, and the walleyes come in there and grab it.
Yeah, because if you watch you can see the minnow moving that tail up and down. So just imagine when the weight's on the bottom, on the ground, so it's that tail's moving up and down with the minnow.
You know, there's this.
It works. It works because he's been doing it
Oh,
for
it
years.
works really well. They like to do it like in shallow water.
But there's still a live minnow on there. I didn't know they were tipping it for anything. Will it work bare? Is the question.
I don't know if it would work bare. I think the whole thing is that minnow attracts that walleye in and thinks it's that frog trying to dig its way in. Unless they put I don't know if they've tried it with a frozen minnow, salted minnow.
Like my thinking there is that there's a minnow. You're putting a minnow on a hook. That's gonna catch anything. This is just a fancy, ugly looking jig. You know what I mean? Like, is it? You're saying that way to stir up dirt and stuff? Is it like?
Well, why don't we bro science it and try it?
I'm going to try it.
We'll try it without a minnow. Then I'd really be
dead sticks. Okay, we'll put 2 dead sticks down, one with the frog alone, and one with the minnow and the frog. I still think the whole thing is that minnow kicks that frog around and it pushes up mud. Looks like a frog trying to get into the mud.
So they're not even jigging this? You're saying that it's a dead stick apparatus?
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
Really?
So, but I mean, without the live minnow, if you're jigging that, you think that would catch some fish?
That's my whole thing. I'd be like really impressed and that's what I thought. I didn't know they were tipping. I mean, you're tipping with a live minnow. I mean, you can put a live minnow in anything and still get a bite. No, I don't know. Throw him on you. You crazy, bro?
I think it's there because
he's still on timeout.
He's still on timeout till he's done eating whatever he's puking in his mouth.
So, what do you mean double twister tail in minnow? Oh, like instead of a frog, it's a double twister tail now.
Yeah.
Mike gave me one years ago. It works good. Carlos the one who told me about it, to be honest with you. And you know me with Carlos stories, I'll be like, okay, bro. I'm like looking at him sideways. It's a top water frog, bro. And then he puts it down, and I'm shut the hell up, Carlos, saying it. But then I started asking American friends too, and they're like, yeah,
they do it.
It.
Well, like when they came up from to do, they always come up every year with a big group.
Yeah.
Like so they came up and then they were with Wham. They would all be at the casino, and we were talking about that. And that was like 7 years ago.
I'm surprised
it only came out for a long time.
Hey, it's only come out now. Like everyone's sort of knowing about it. It's the worst kept secret, but
it's a secret.
To see what it looks like, actually.
I know. Me and Eric, we talked about it. We just never done it.
No, I tried to tie one. Remember?
Yeah, but you never used it.
Leon, you're not on timeout. There you go. You can speak again.
I tied it, but never used it. So Gabe,
how would you put the weight in it?
What's that?
How would you put the weight on it?
No, the weight's just on the line.
Yeah, you just.
Oh, okay.
Tie whatever you want on there, man. I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's put it out there. CDP Nation, test it out. Gabe Alves is gonna try it. Carlos says it works. Give it a shot.
I'll go buy. I gotta buy one. Val's been bugging me to buy one, and she keeps pointing out stuff all the time. Like, when are we gonna try this?
So it'd be better when Dollar Abba has them going again.
There you go.
I have a couple. Like I said, Eric said we just never tried it like this way.
Yeah.
Clip to the nose of the live target. Gotcha. Now I'm thinking any old hard, like that's not a soft frog, eh? That's not the frog with the
no,
skirt.
It's
the actual crank. Yeah.
Oh, it's like actual
okay.
crank.
Yeah.
Oh, Perry's gonna try it on the next Elite Series now.
There you go, man.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I mean, realistically, you have nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's no different than
two rods to use, right? So
all you're doing is you're using a dead stick. So
yeah, I like it. Interesting, man.
So, it works for them.
On to the next topic here. We just had the Element Custom Baits qualifier number 1, not on the Red River. This was at Balsam Bay.
Yeah,
it's an old slide here. It actually was at Balsam Bay, and everyone who tuned in on Kickerfish on YouTube there, appreciate you. And you saw a lot of the action. We're trying to figure things out. Mike and Santos were on the scoring. You can see my name here, the card repair.
Hats off to the boys from the KWT because we were busy. Like I never got to eat lunch till like 1:30.
Nope.
It's crazy.
Santos
hasn't been yelled at so much in one area.
If you're wondering what the card repair Glacier scoring headquarters is, I was calling it the Business Outdoors, and Kyle's an awesome guy over there too at Business Outdoors. But it's Kyle Dodd's Glacier. So we're going to give him a shout out today. Here, it's Card Repair Glacier. That was his Glacier, a different Kyle. They're all friends, though. There was Business Outdoors hats all over that shack. But so Business Outdoors is going to owe us some stuff, and they're going to give some stuff out too.
Everyone's getting all prizes, man.
That was huge. First of all, that was huge, though, because what was our plan? We were going to do it out of
in
a
a
couple
shack.
850s.
850s, yeah.
We were going to do
So
it
that means we would have had to set that up, and I would have had to listen to Jeremy whine forever.
Because it would have been freezing, man.
Bro.
But we were.
I can tell you exactly how cold it was.
I know you can. You had a morning emergency, bro.
Yeah, on the ice. It was
when you
cold.
gotta go, you gotta go.
Shout out to Element Custom Baits as well. There, appreciate it. That was the fish house there over at the Balsam Bay. First things first. We'll talk about. Let's talk about Balsam Bay. How do you think Balsam's been quiet? The east side's been quiet
for a couple years, eh? Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it had to do with sort of access and conditions and stuff like that. But it's sort of been quiet, man, and it pushed out record weights, we say record because James Ebert, who helped run KWT the last 3 seasons of this tour, said himself for 10, 15 teams to have that weight in one day, we're talking 25 pounds plus, is unheard of. It's unheard of, man. Because so you average that over 2 days, people would all be in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, and usually possible, 60 pounds, 50 pounds wins it, right? So that was amazing. What do you guys think about Balsam Bay?
If it stays like that right till the end of March, it'll be nice.
That's where we're fishing, man.
That side, it's just been crazy this year.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was so different the last 2 years, but it's just been so hit and miss the last 2 years there. Now this year, everything is on that side. I shouldn't say everything. Probably 75% of the big fish that have come out, like we've seen photos and stuff, have been from that side of the lake.
That Beconia, although Beconia has been hot all December, this early in the season, everything you see, word gets around Beconia is hot. It cooled off. I don't think there were any teams fishing Beconia. There was one team, and then they ended up moving. Yeah, that we ran into. So,
well, a few teams found out what it's like to fish there. You can catch them all week there, and then all of a sudden tournament day comes around and they're gone.
Michael Thorber, nothing to see here on the east side. I think everyone saw, man. We had 27 teams competing yesterday, and no one got skunked. No one got
26
skunked.
of the teams were on the east side.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, JP. Giving a run and gun at -30, and that kept a lot of weekend warriors away too. I mean, people have been getting their fill of ice fishing so far because the weather's been so great. -40 showed up and kept people away. So it was quiet on the lake, man. It was quiet. People really spread out, but lots of fish. I mean, the last place team were the young guys. We'll talk about them for a minute. But they fished. They fished the mouth.
They started there, yeah.
And they caught 5 fish all day. They were saying,
yeah.
But the young guys are solid though. I got pictures of them. Guys are telling me So I talked to them at the end. Did you guys talk to them after when they came in?
Yeah, we talked to them for a few minutes.
A little bit, yeah.
I tried to give them some feedback. What happened today? We just want to make sure you guys were safe and stuff like that. And Mike can pull up the standings if you got the standings, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the standings there. Mike can pull that up. So I'm not looking, but I'll talk about the young guys. That's Brett Bracosi, Heracosi. I don't know how do you say Vance and
Heracosi.
Heracosi?
Heracosi.
Parakasi, whatever. And Devin Fossey, those are your kids, 17 and 18 years old. Hats off to them for joining. That was fantastic. They were in 2 sleds. They had flip overs. They have all the equipment and machinery.
Yeah, they're all set, man.
But yeah, it was like 0 like for all day, and everyone else was catching fish. Not everyone got a limit, but people caught multiple. They just stuck it out too long. I told them, you stuck it out, I think, too long. Did you guys end up moving? No, we caught lots of fish there the other day and last week. So that sometimes you force the issue on that lake, and the lake will humble you really fast, kind of thing.
Well, and that's like when I said to Jeremy, just flash your lights at him, let's stop, and we'll talk to him. So we talked to him because I'm like you, I need to make sure that everybody's off the ice. So then I said, so what happened? He says, well, we were catching so many fish over there the other day and last week. And says, yeah, but that thing between your legs, he had his live scope sitting there. It says, if you punch a hole and you look around, there's nothing, you got to get out of there. Don't wait.
Gotta go.
Yeah. You got to go find them. So I think they learned a pretty valuable lesson. I think, though, maybe not the next one, but the one right after that, I think you'll have to watch out for them.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. They're young. They got a lot of energy.
Well, we were worried about them for a while because we did not hear from them all day, man. All day, and we're thinking, what's going on?
Well, like what you guys said, these are 2 kids who have the balls to sign up to play to fish with a bunch of guys who know that lake like the back of their hand, right? Not many. You didn't see too many. You didn't see anybody else that age step up and dish that out for that, right? So no. I give them props for doing that, man. Like it's not easy.
Yeah, we've got 28 teams on tour, 29. One pulled up. We might fill it still if they're willing to accept the last place points. They might come in, but that would be the max for this year. And that's 29 teams.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Those are those young guys right there. Sean Johnson, CDP Nation, is friends with their dad.
Well, here I got the standings. I also can bring up their picture too if you want.
Look at how young they are there, man. I just want to show them old school, bro. Like these guys have been fishing their whole life.
So they still look like that. What are you talking about?
They still look like that.
I told you they could share the same razor for Christ's sakes for the next month.
But yeah, they ended up catching at least late in the day on 19 and a quarter. So that's good. No one got skunked. Chase and Tanner at the bottom there, of course, didn't fish this first event. One of them couldn't do it. They decided they would just take last place points +1. And my money is that they still make the top 20 for the championship, to be honest, man. I'd probably say they're still going to make it. Even spotting the field 1 tournament. No? What do you think?
I think so. I think so, man. Those guys are hammers on that lake, man.
Yeah.
I got no doubt they'll be in it. Yeah.
April Willis. Awesome stuff. Yeah. Joining a tournament, any tournament.
Yeah.
We're talking open water or now we have ice tournaments here that we're happy to be putting on. You'll learn, man. Like, I mean, if anything, you get something, you get education for your entry fee. Oh, Darren was in the same area as those kids you was saying. There you go. You got to learn a whole pile. They see that on a certain day. Sometimes you think, wow, they just weren't going today. And then you look at the scores and it's going somewhere. So you obviously did something wrong or you could improve kind of thing. So it pushes you as anglers, not just in competitively, just angling in general. So they're going to be great for years to come. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm cut out for this shit. Either one would have moved us up. It's true, man. It is.
That's tournament fishing for you, bro.
It is, though.
Like
Andrew Piotrowski, let's see where they are. 20th place, him and Ian Price. Go over your scores: 25 and a quarter, 25 and 18 and a half that you would have kicked out a big one for that. You're right. Would have jumped you up
big time.
For sure, man. Because you look at the weights. Wow.
I mean, you're talking about the big one that kicks you up. Like I rewatched everything. And Jeff and Branko, they were down. Like they were right down. They were like out of the top 10.
Yeah, a couple of those top 5 teams. They were at the bottom
and then
for a
all
while.
of a sudden, if you were watching live, you kind of see what happened with those 2 guys.
Yeah.
And
we'll talk about that in a bit here for sure too. Sheldon manager, they made it as far as Fargo. They didn't make it up, him and Jim. They'll be at the next one. But their alternate was up here. I didn't know Hunter was that young. Hunter's only 18 and a senior in high school.
18, eh?
Wow.
Get out of here, man. Good for him. So he fished.
Wow, good for him, man.
He fished by himself.
He had a partner there to take the camera stuff, but good on them. Only one guy was fishing. So that's awesome. Hats off to you guys. They followed the rules. 22nd place by himself, a 23.5, 22.25, 22, 22.75, and a 23.25, which seems to be the average right now. Like that's your floor, right? Like that's your floor right now on Lake Winnipeg. It's on the east side. Anyway, it's going really good. And then if you can get some 25s, 27s, if you get a 30, like you were talking about Branko and Jeff there, that'll really bump you up, and that's the difference maker right there. So cool, man. 18, I didn't know, brother. Nice work. So we got some young fellas on the tour here.
It's good to see, man.
Well, and that's great. It is. It's great to see that. That's the future of these pro tournaments, right?
Junior. It's nice if you don't have to move. if you land on fish right, that's the dream, right? Ice fishing, you land on them right off the bat.
That is a dream, and not just a dream. They did it on tournament day, bro. Like, and they were on fire in the first 2 hours, dude.
It was unbelievable,
nonstop. Yeah, what a start for them.
Like
going
your,
up
first,
and down
better.
Like your first fish of the day is at 29.25.
Me and the Totally barely had a chance to sit down. All of a sudden, here it comes, man. 29.25.
Look at that thing.
Woo,
This fish started off the tournament. This was the first one. What time was that at? 8:13, 8:20, whatever it was?
It said 8:20 or something.
8:20 or something like that. Yeah.
First fish of the season, of the series, of the tournament is a 29. I go, holy shit, we're going to be in for quite a day if this is the first fish. And that put them first spot, pole position, right to the end of the day. They never relinquished first place the whole day.
Never did. Never looked back after that, man.
So that's Michael Rivette, of course. Rivette and Junior Bansal. That's great, man. That's fantastic. Just going to show the card of the young guys. Here's the young guys, man. I couldn't even get their pictures to fill the card. They're just like a couple little kids.
Holy moly.
But I am cheering for these guys for the next one, man, and giving them some pointers on. And pointers is not like pointers doesn't mean like, oh, this is where you're going to catch them. It's not that. It's sort of, we're talking tournament strategy and when to cut bait, so to speak, or how to follow a plan and how to practice efficiently, and that kind of thing. And are you using different things? Some people are out there in a tournament or any fishing, and you've got 4 rods between the two of you, and all 4 rods have a jig and minnow, or all 4 rods have a rattle bait. You've got to
change it.
Yeah, you got to change it up and sort of see what's going that day, because it's not the same. A lot of we'll talk about that. A lot of the teams, like me and Leon, we drove around. We ran into maybe half a dozen, 8 teams, and a lot of them, the ones that weren't doing good, were like, but man, you should have seen yesterday. Like they were right here yesterday, like literally not 24 hours ago, and now they're not. So what do you guys make of that? Like, is that usual for Lake Winnipeg?
They just move. They follow the bait, I guess. Wherever the bait's going, that's where they're going, right? What's on their mind? Eat, reproduce. That's it.
Yeah.
So they're just swimming. They're moving around chasing bait.
And it depends on the size of the school too, right? That these guys are following. I mean, they may be not of a bigger pot of fish, so they won't be there. And if you got a really, really massive size one, you'll be lucky if they're there the second day. So
yeah.
But if you're in an area, where do you think those fish are then? Are they really that, like, how far away do you think that group is that they were on? Because when people say they're on, they're not talking about they got 3-4 fish. Like they're pulling out like 20 fish each kind of thing, and a bunch of good ones mixed in. And then to the next day where they can only pull 2 19 inches out. Where is that group of fish?
That group of fish could have moved 100, 200 yards over. That's it.
I don't think they moved too far over one day. I doubt they're moving that far, man. No.
Well, Leon, talk about Aaron Ike and Martin Hesby out of South Dakota. They finished in 9th place, and we saw them do just that, right? Like, what did they say when we were talking to them?
They're just looking for pods and following them, right? And they literally just triangulated, right? They just
remember when we talked about triangulate. That's what they were saying, because when we were there, we saw them move 6 times within a
wasn't even far.
My football throw, not Leon's. Like my football throw.
Mine's like 30 feet.
With a football, the amount of times they were moving around that place, right?
Yeah.
It was wild. And what are you guys doing then? Like you really like sometimes that's all it takes. Like they're here somewhere and they're trying to get on top of them. They never really did get on the big ones. So I guess they were further up than they thought. But sometimes
literally move, drop, drill, put their hummingbird or whatever tech they're using, and not even drop, like you said. You don't even have to drop a line, right? Just don't see anything. Why stay there, right? So,
and then they were gone. Then we couldn't see them no more or whatever. Yeah.
So here's this probably stupid question. Like, when you guys fishing tournaments, do you buy like 3 different types of bait, or are you just using like, bait A, bait B, bait C, like from a company? Or are you using like 3 different types?
Like you're talking minnows?
Yeah, minnows, like for your minnows. Like, are you using like, like I'm not sure, I'm not saying any companies, but do you use like, do you buy 2 of A, 2 of B, 2 of C?
All I do is open the container. If I don't like them, I put them back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
You
usually
Just take a look at them. That's it.
Yeah.
If they don't look like they're half decently
Yeah.
good, I don't like. If they have any brown on them, I won't buy them.
Do not take them.
We're gonna keep talking about minnows. Yeah, I just want to know if your Eric was on the lake. I don't know. Maybe they didn't run into fish because they have done it. Him and Weeb have done. They've done one tournament. They didn't do the whole series, but they've done one. And they thought about entering, Mikey? But they wanted to just enter one.
They only want to enter one tournament.
And we're doing a series. We're trying to do a whole series here. I guess we should have just taken their money anyway. But we're trying to do a whole series.
No, it's nice. It's good like this because now they're at least competing in that one group.
Yeah.
And they're actually competing for an end goal, not just that one day.
Yeah.
Like these will all be the same teams carrying on to the next one. Like this is the series. It's closed. I called it. Remember I said I'm going to get a bunch of messages today. People want to join. Yeah. I had a bunch. One is serious that might take Vernon Dallen's spot because there is one spot, the scratch. If you look at the scores that Mike had up there, there's a scratch at the bottom. That is one that we might fill because that was a last minute pullout. But yeah, man. I mean, shit. It's great to have this one group here. And it's funny. Well, not funny, but it would be great to see how positions change if they do, or if you get the same at the top kind of thing. It's going to be great. I think it's going to get mixed because every team here can win it. I don't think there's one team you're going to point to, young guys who are in last place included, that you're going to say there's no way they could win this. I bet you those guys win it the next one. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I didn't think with
win this.
Yeah, especially with the 1 day, right?
And it's a 1 day. That's exactly
it's a 1 day thing. So I like that part of it.
Like, look at what happened with I guess it was Darren and Dave. They were way out. Like they weren't anywhere near the prizes.
No.
And then within an hour and a half, straight up there. They fired right up there.
2:30. I had this because me and Leon came back. We're defrosting. 2:30. They were in 18th place or something like that. They were down there, man. 20th place, whatever it was.
And I think they only had like 2 or 3 fish at that time.
Simpson, Wojcik have a fish. All right. And then remember, look, every time you hit enter on a fish, they kept coming in. They're moving up. Hey, look, they're in 15th. I wonder if they're going to make it to the top 10. And then I left to go. We had to go do one rescue there. Sasaki Weedman, dead battery. So one tip, if you're out there, whatever your machine is, ATV, whatever, side by side, your truck, your car, you got to start it like here and there. Sometimes you get caught in your fishing. They were on a big bite in the afternoon. They moved up too, those guys. They had a big jump too. To make it to 14th.
Yeah, because they were stuck with one fish at 12 o'clock.
No fish at noon. No fish at noon.
Yeah.
So went up to go boost them there. Actually, the Heberts ended up joining us, and they're the ones who boosted his thing. I didn't have cables on me. But yeah, man, afternoon bite there. Back to Wojcik and Simpson. That's a crazy flurry, man, to come up all the way to 7th.
Right there. 23 to 7th in 2 hours.
2 hours, man.
That's freaking awesome, man. So you're doing these tournaments. Everyone out there, you guys watching that did it, competed in it, or if you're in one, we've got an open on March 24. Entries are pouring in today already for that one. Anyone
I know a guy who may want to go in that one.
You're going to do it?
You're going to do it, bro.
I was talking with somebody, maybe. So yeah,
do it, bro.
Yeah,
get it done. Just don't use your vehicle, bro.
I get a 4x4
right at the marina.
Well, no, you're talking about back to Simpson and Wojcik there. Like that's a huge confidence builder, right? Like we both know those guys are great anglers, and they could have finished the day in 23rd or higher or worse, right? And for that to happen to them, that just that just builds them up more, right?
Their fish was the last fish of the day, like right at the end.
It was, yeah.
Oh, what was the latest fish? 359 or something?
355 or something.
356 or something like that.
Wow. Yeah. At 358, because I was with Sasaki and Weedman, and they're marking fish. Like there was a big one with 2 minutes left, and even if they hook it, it's not gonna. Then sure enough, at 402, like it's done now. Pete still had a line in it, and it actually chomped him. He didn't get it up, but it chomped him at 402. I don't know if that's worse or not, but like you said, that could lead to building confidence though, because if you bring it to the sports analogy, you want to like finish strong. You're having a shitty day. It's 1 o'clock and you're at the bottom of the standings. You got 3 fish or whatever it is. If you can end strong, you know that confidence for the next one to
Exactly.
prove to yourself that you're not a shitty angler or whatever, right? Just to feel good. And look at them. They jumped up to 7. Simpson emoji. That's incredible, man.
Yeah, that was good.
We need you guys on the ice with a webcam. We're going to try a whole bunch of different things. The biggest thing is we didn't have the Starlink. We didn't have the Starlinks. Someone didn't bring the Starlink.
We got Starlink. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now we'll try something different.
I have to.
You got to remember, I'm the only person out of this whole group that has to build shit.
Mike made a whole bunch of stuff there, man. So he's the builder. He might even build a house out there. We'll see if he gets it.
Fuck.
I wanted to enter with Jack. Just start to do them.
See if I have time. Never mind.
I did it with Nash there. Definitely hard, but easier with a 1 day, bro. You could have done it with a 1 day. Me and Nash did last year 3 of the tournaments, 2 days.
But they're both 2 days, man.
Okay, well, let's talk about that for a minute. So, if the kid wants to go, doesn't matter if you catch him, lose him, or whatever. The photos are all buggered up. At least they're learning how to do it, but they're going to learn how to do it properly. So, getting them out there is the only way you're going to teach them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And just getting him out there. I mean, they'll just want to fish, man.
You just don't want to let the kid learn from somebody like me. They'll be yelling at everybody. So,
what would you get to start his quad every hour? Me and Leon ran into a big otter. It was a clam, whatever it was, and we're like, they just left their tent here, or they're fishing without no vehicle. The quads. I bet you the quad's inside. And sure, the quad was inside on the other half.
That's the way to do it. Yeah,
that's what. Like that's the thing, right? If I was to fish out of the 850, that's what I would do. I'd put the sled inside. Just sit on the sled.
Yeah.
Well, we keep talking about bait here. I was gonna go back to using what minnows and stuff. We'll just have juniors fish there that was in the tournament there too. So nice work, man. They were all catching fish, taking turns. But to the minnows. Are you guys big on brands and stuff like that? Especially you're talking live bait's going to be phased out where we are here now coming up. It's going to phase out in a lot of places. You guys have like specific brands, or you just like you said, you're going to go check the freezer because is there consistency in the products out there?
Yeah,
I think Northern Lights are one of the better.
Northern Lights are pretty consistent.
Yeah,
I don't like those. You know me, I've always said that.
You don't like
Northern Lights, but I prefer not. That's my last choice.
Nate's Baits is probably the most consistent out of everybody.
Bait House is good. Bait House Minnows is awesome. I find or whatever. Now, size sort of depends, I guess, on what the harvest is. I think a lot of times some of the bait companies get a bad name when it depends on the retailer that's storing them. Sometimes if their freezer's bad or they're selling stock from 2020 still, they pull something out from the freezer that they found and they're still trying to sell it. Some of the companies get a bad name and stuff like that. But
they're doing their job on there, and it's the retailers, right? That don't have a freezer to work with it, right? Probably.
Hopefully, I think for the most part, all the companies that sell salted minnows here are good. It's when we were importing. Maybe you're importing it from Quebec, Ontario, Saskatchewan. Maybe it just doesn't travel well because there were some bad imported ones, man. I
got some of those Ontario minnows. They were horrible.
Yeah, man.
Like if you were going with bait that wasn't salted, I'd probably go with Walker's.
Yeah, Troy Barker and Walker's minnows is
Walker's
good.
Is good too.
Yeah. Northern Lights, Nate's Baits. Yeah, it's retailers. I think
retailers. Yeah,
I think they're delivering them good. I think everyone is. No one wants to put out a shit product. It's just sort of the storage and stuff like that. So,
well, Eric, you and I found out what it was like if you stored them properly. They lasted a long time.
We dabbled in it. Me and Mike went hunting. We actually went harvesting and gave it a shot, and it's fun. And how to store, we were experimenting with different things or whatever. So it's not super easy to do. You have to have a process and stuff, but you can put out some good products there for sure.
Yeah.
This is the top 5. The top 5 here in this picture there. Second place at the front there is Branko and Jeff, just so you get to know the anglers. Third place was here we go, Jason, and where's Russ? Russ is back there behind me. So Jason and Russ. Fourth place, we got April, one of 2 ladies on tour this year. Shout out to April and shout out to Jennifer Troutman coming on the tour there. And then Blake Morgan. And then fifth, we got Denny Jensen, who won an event last year, actually, had a win under his belt, partnered up with Brett Namaka. They were two different teams last year.
Yeah.
They partnered up this year, and they got a fifth place to start the year. And, of course, you got Junior and Michael Rivette, so that's a top five. Congratulations to all of you there. Good job.
It was awesome, man. Awesome first event. So,
and that's the fish that's leading the big fish right now for the tournament.
So that fish was $200 and change. It was supposed to be $250, but we got a little bit less, couple less than 30 teams, so it'll be $225 or whatever it is in cash. It might be $500 at the end of the season. Brought to you by Two Rivers Boat Works. $500. Is that what it is? Yeah, $500.
Yeah, it's $500 cash. Yeah.
So 30 inches. Do you think 30 inches will hold? We got 3 more one-day tournaments, and then we have a 2-day tournament. You think
there'll be a bigger one at 30?
Yeah. It's going to be a 31.
I think so, man. Like, yeah.
You think there'll be a 31?
You got to think the odds, yeah. But you got to call this fish probably the catch of the series, man.
Like you're not going to. There's no way anybody's going to have more drama on a fish than that one.
Exactly.
Did any of you in CDP Nation catch that? That was like, I think, at 1 in the afternoon. What was it? Something like that?
1, 2 o'clock around there.
Yeah, it was around 2 o'clock.
If you can go back, to here on the Kickerfish channel, go back to the live stream. You swing back to, I think, at the 3-hour mark or something like that. You'll see we ran into they were fishing out of an ice castle.
I can hardly wait to see the video clip you have of that.
I go in and it's like I knock on the door. You're not just going to invade people's privacy. I knock on the door. Like, hey, guys, we're here. We're going to go live if it's cool. And Jeff opens the door. We've got a situation. Oh, shit. I thought maybe a hook in a hand. First thing I thought was a hook in a hand or whatever, right?
Well, that would make you stay out.
You would have fainted, bro.
It would make for good TV, I said. So, all right. What? And he goes, I look over and Branko's in the hole trying to pull something out. And you got a fish stuck under the ice or whatever. Yeah, it took all our lines. So, Suze, what do you think when someone says, oh, it wrapped all our lines up? Well, I go, you got a big pike line, which is still cool.
Yeah.
And they go, Branko's, no, it's a walleye. It's a walleye, Eric. Yeah. And I still didn't believe okay, man, it's a big walleye. Try and get it out, bro. You know, like I still didn't believe them or whatever until they pulled it out. And I think I got video here. Let's see.
Okay, video's going.
Okay. Back in the same.
That fish will be tired. It was hanging under the ice for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was about a minute and a half. I don't think you can hear me when the video is on. Like it took a while because that fish was sideways under the ice for a while.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm in a fish house, but it took a while. It did kick off. I don't know if I can fast forward it because we didn't catch it on the live of it kicking off, but the cheering after it did, let's see if I can fast forward here.
Okay, video's going.
Okay. Back in the same.
That fish will be tired. It was hanging under the ice for a while.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a big fish. Well done, Joe.
What do you think that weighs?
On our conversion chart, what's the 30? 11?
I think this guy was more than 11. This guy is Frank the Tank.
This is going to be very close to putting him into first place from the last standings I saw, because this is a 10+ pound fish. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Fuck, watch his fight.
See if he moves his tail, Branko. Just put his tail down.
That's pretty well there. Yeah, see what it does if it's going to...
Yeah, see if he has his own power.
Yeah, it's kind of tired.
It'll definitely be tired.
Just let go of it a bit. See if he flips his tail.
Well, there you go, do a little twitch.
Not yet.
And they'll baby the fish as long as they have to. Get it going. Guys, wow, you saw this other rod was going in. And, we had to save it. We had to save that rod from going in there. So, see, you're in an ice castle. You've got this live for I don't know, just whatever it is, live scope.
Oh, right.
When the fish goes down, you're watching on the
Yep. He's moving.
Give him a few minutes.
Give him. He started moving.
Yeah. Let him recuperate. How long a video can we run?
Yeah.
As long as you need. As long as you need, there it starts kicking.
He will come. Wait a second.
Hold on to him a little bit.
Oh yeah, there we go. We're working.
Yeah, starting to.
We can do this.
Okay, bye, baby, bye.
So I thought it was very important to show that. I really wanted to show that the rule is like you could like, I mean, you think, okay, Braco can just shove that down the hole and just shoot it under there kind of thing, but it's not allowed. Like they have to, right, Mike? You're the
we have to be able to see that tail just swim away.
And
on its own.
Swam off on its own. So hats off to Jeff and Branco on that one. They actually got it out. It was stuck. They got it out. They untangled the lines, and that fish went off on its own. I just wanted to make sure that's very important. I wanted to show that there that all the fish were doing that. No one's like shoving fish down there under the hole. They're off on their own thing. So that was great, man. Cool.
Also, I saw the comment. Somebody said that was a 31. They put the numbers 31 on there because that's what they wanted. They were kind of trying to what's the word I'm looking for there? Manifest the 31. They're trying to manifest the 31 from that one hole, and the 30 came up, so they were happy with that, right? So
should have heard me and Jeremy in the shack. I'm sitting there. 31. That's what he's got written on the damn fish. I look at the ruler. Christ, it's only a 30. What are they talking about? 31.
Only a 30.
That's what they said. They wanted to manifest the 31, but the 30 came up. So
yeah, that was cool, man. Yeah, they had it down in the one hole. This hole is gonna have the 31, so they put the numbers there.
Yeah,
and that was cool, man. Just look here. You can't see it here, but a 31 was 30. That 30 was 11.22 pounds, by the way, 11.22. So that was cool, man. That was pretty epic right there. I like hats off to those guys there. If you get the scores up again, Mike, you get the score.
Yeah, I'll grab it here.
Yeah.
If my mouse would cooperate with me.
In the meantime, this was funny. This made me laugh today.
Where are your friends at? Where are they at? Tell me. Where are they at? Tell me.
Waterboarding is never funny, I guess, but it was funny in that situation.
Only against humans, I guess.
Yeah.
I think some people were asking some of the eaters there because there was a lot. People were catching eaters like crazy, apparently. Like, remember, this tournament is only 18-inch plus, mind you, right? So people were catching fish all over the place that just short wouldn't count. But I'm sure they were asking them where all the big ones were. The Heberts. Just wanted to mention the Heberts there, top 10. A lot of these teams, like Tyler Manziak, Jamie McMillan, they were in second place for a long time.
For a long time.
Long time, bro.
Shane Nickel were up there. So this thing changed continually and live. So whenever Mike would make a call, Santos would type it in, hit enter. This thing was popping. You'd see names jump up and down live, especially in the morning when it was all over the place.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Non-stop in the morning for us, man.
It was crazy in the morning. It's like, holy Christ, I'm so many fish behind here. But it works out in the end, and just got to communicate. Keeps working.
Did you think it would be that much fish? I thought it'd be much slower, to be honest.
So did I. I thought it was a little flurry in the morning, and then it was going to be quiet. The odd fish coming in, but there was no break. Like legit, 1:30. I ate lunch.
We had some guesses last week on what the weight was going to be. I think I said 38 or something like that. There was a couple mid-40 guesses, and I go, I don't know about 40. Sure enough, Junior Benson, Michael Rivette, can't say enough about those guys. 29 and a quarter, 27, 25 and a half, 27 and a half, and a 26 for 40.78 pounds, all fully verified on a bump board, all successfully released. And that's a Q1 winner, the Element Custom Baits Q1 at Balsam Bay. Cool stuff, man. What were the prizes again? What was the prize breakdown on this? Based on 30 anyway?
Well, it's supposed to be $2,000 for first, 15 for second. I think it was 1,000 for third. Then 7 and 5.
7 and 5 or something like for fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
And then prizes from 6th to 10th. So we've got Element. We'll get to that, Jacqueline. We'll get to that in a second. I just want to show. Like, we've got all kinds here. This is valuable stuff here. You got mug shots and wingdings and all kinds there. But big shout out to Element Custom Baits. I saw Mike was dropping a package off there to Gone Fishing, another sponsor of the show here. He had a bunch of Jets players. I think Perfetti was in there, and Brossois and Hellbuck. They were even Big Buff was back in town, and he's always actually fishing all the time.
They have Jets have a few days off. I think they're only going to practice once over the next 3 days. I heard so.
What are your thoughts on lifting and lowering the fish in the hole? I always thought it wasn't good. Yeah, so if you're just think open water or the hole or whatever. You never want to do the back and forth isn't what you want to do to help recuperate a fish. It's an S. So when I was working at Chalba, Manitoba, we made sure in all our videos and everything we were doing was that you have the tail and you want to do an S. And that's what Branko was doing there too. He was like S-ing,
back
right?
and forth, yeah.
And he wasn't doing the dunking kind of thing. It's an S thing. That helps get water going through the things. Going backwards, the water coming the other way, it doesn't help them all. It actually stresses them. So that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's a tip right there. That is your Hyatt's West Outdoors tip of the week. Didn't even get to that. What's the tip of the week again?
Don't go back and forth.
There you go.
Don't go back and forth.
Thanks, Jackie.
There you go.
That's it.
Jackie did the tip of the week for us. Thank you.
Jackie did that. Yeah, she did the tip of the week. She took one away from you, Santos.
Brandon Elliott got to meet Buff after there. He's a tank. Oh, he's a bigger guy now. He's a bigger guy now for sure. But when he lived over here across from me here, to be honest with you, he was a big buff. Maybe on skates. Like I never thought he was that big.
What are you talking about? We remember the time we met him at LOTW before KBI. The guy is
over us and over me especially, but I never thought. I go, I guess when you meet people, like you meet famous people or whatever, you'd be like, I thought you'd be bigger or whatever. I really thought that he would be bigger, to be honest, because he right after when he beat up and didn't beat up, but he smashed Mark Stone. Remember when he annihilated him mid ice there?
Oh yeah, he knocked him out there. Yeah.
And I didn't know him at that time, and then after when I met, I thought you would be bigger, man. And like he's laughing, I'm fat, man. I said, thanks for saying that. He's like, because remember he's always going to Camp Fat or whatever. But yeah, I think that's just one guy that I thought would actually be bigger than that. Jets play tomorrow, Leon. Jack's like a nice. Go Jets, go Jets, go. We've got a few beasts of the week to get through here too. But thanks to Hyatt's West Campground. Again, appreciate you guys for your support there. Jason and Jody, contact them. We're talking minus 55 now, but it's going to be summertime before we know it. That's the campground. Let's go.
Well, it's
get a site, man.
Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear, of course, is a sponsor of the show there. Appreciate you. Everyone has been using the new 40. Speaking of Eskimo, well, actually not Eskimo, it's Ion. We got some convert. Tyler Manzik converted. He's on green now.
He's on the green team now, eh?
Welcome, brother.
I got to try the red. I haven't tried it yet.
Santos used it 4 times, didn't he?
Santos has it. Santos has the 8-inch. We've got a 10-inch on the way.
Yeah.
I think it's here. We gotta go pick
it's a good machine, man.
But you only drilled 4 holes with it.
And he took my auger. And he took my auger out and drilled 2 holes, a prick.
Shout out to Big Smoke Barbecue for sponsoring the show as well. Appreciate you, brother, man. That's good stuff. Send your recipes in. We've got $100 gift cards to Big Smoke Barbecue in Steinbach. Send your recipes. We have no food this week. No one shared any food.
Except Brandon Elliott. He's won once already, so he could keep sending him in, but he can't win again.
And, of course, Beast of the Month brought to you by Team Food Automotive. We've got a handful here today. Let's get to it right now. Quick here, wrapping up the show. Island Beach Custom Lures is still sponsoring Youth Beast of the Week. $75 package coming from them every month here. And Jason Ewan's boy here, I've met him a few times, man. He's an awesome angler, up-and-coming stick. 28 inches. 28 inches right there.
Beauty.
A good job there, man. That is
Look
our
at smile. That's awesome there. Eh?
Youth Beast of the Week contender for this week here. So we'll pick a winner there, and all kids are going to get something. So you're going to get something there, young lad. Andrew Piotrowski. This is not Andrew. Andrew was in the tournament this week, but he's been guiding guys. Or guiding. He's been taking friends out, and they're catching grounds, and he's not.
He's getting skunked while they catch, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
I can't win again. He says Brandon's already used that card. He's used it and he wants more. That's how good the food is over there. So.
Okay, Brandon.
There you go. Submit it, bro. Submit it.
Yeah. Oof.
Good old John Doe. John Doe always catches fish. John Doe.
He must be related to that lady. What's her name? Lisa, yeah.
Long trek to the east, 7 feet of water. Of course, we got Jeff Matthias, the ethical angler, working the forward-facing sonar and helped them get this one here, and they sniped it.
Coaching them there to toll.
Awesome.
If you were watching the live stream, when we were with Barkman and Nickel there, we watched them try to snipe a few, and they just fished. They were dropping on top of them. The fish wouldn't bite. They just run off
Saw
of the
that.
auger and drill a hole, you know?
Yeah, I
10
saw
feet.
that.
Yeah, 10 feet. And yeah.
We'll talk more next week about sniping and stuff like that. That's some cool stuff that we saw. Yeah. Mitchell Lilly has a new video there. Check him out. Brandon Elliott. Speaking of Brandon,
Nice.
the Cowboy Angler, big old dirty 30. These guys will be coming with a vengeance. Shout out to his partner there, Brighton. Drove 2.5 hours to come compete to fill in as a
Yeah,
last
that's
minute
awesome.
because Kyle got hurt. So they could have
Wow.
used this 30-inch in the tournament.
That would have helped a lot, man.
That's a
April
wounded
Willis.
team right there. April Willis,
Yeah.
nice.
4th place. Her and Blake, nice work. This is a beauty shot here out of Lake of the Prairie, so that's cool. Nice work, guys. There.
No pressure on them, but I could see April and Blake, winning one of these events. I think they're quite the team.
Well,
Well, they
4th
got a
place
lot
already.
better.
They had
Yeah.
3 out of 4 top 10s last year, so they're definitely a team.
They're
Definitely
right
a
up
team.
there, man. They're
Yeah,
way
yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
Yeah. So
Oof.
Gallagher Christie, this was on Doc Talk. If you have big fish, you got recipes, anything you want to share on Doc Talk, got something to sell, whatever you want. That's our Facebook group, the Cast and Neck Podcast, Doc Talk. And he shared a story here. Back in the day, I used to write. This was my entrance. Like people, how did you get started in fishing, like in the actual industry? It started by writing some exploits on the old ice fishing forums, like this year. And this is a great read if anyone went through it. But he caught this on the Red River, and he had it on a few times here and there. They were having it kept like the sturgeon, I guess, don't go far because like this is talking hours later where they hooked into it again.
Yeah.
Probably the same fish. He's got a whole story here. It was a great read. Go read it on Doc Talk there, but awesome stuff. That's his biggest one that he's ever pulled out, 46.5 inches. So nice work there, brother. Good job.
It's a big fish, man. Look at that thing.
So that's my vote for Beast
Mhm.
of the Week. Is that because of the story? Now, some may say that it wasn't hooked. No, it was foul hooked, and he doesn't lie about it. Like he said, it was foul hooked on this one.
Which makes it even harder to get up
Yeah.
through the hole. Right?
Yep. Still a catch, man.
It's between that one and April. That shot, I love that shot.
This is a good shot, eh?
That's
Photo
a killer
composition
shot.
counts for sure. That's a great shot there. You can even see the lure. It's a buckshot rattle spoon, it looks like there. The good old buckshots from Northland.
No, I like that sturgeon, bro. It's beast of the week. I'm taking that sturgeon, man.
Yeah. Sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Nation, sturgeon.
Yeah.
Sturgeon. Yeah. Cool.
Unless
cool.
April writes up a great story for that perch.
Get in the story, April. We'll pick it. But Gallagher Christie is your January 15 Beast of the Week contender for Beast of the Month. $100 from Team Food Automotive. So cool stuff right there. Nice. Sturgeon is only a 46 because like half of the tail is not in that pic.
It got cut off by the story.
GDP Nation spoken too, so that's the one right there. Cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
Our next live stream is for the next Q2. The Q2
4th.
will be out of Warner
February
Road.
4th. Yeah. February 4th.
Tune in.
And we'll even have the
Starlink there?
Starlink going.
I think
Starlink going.
Card Repair might
Hey,
be
so what
sponsoring us here and having a fish house
And-
scoring headquarters again.
And is Leah going to catch a fish that day?
Yeah.
There's no lines going in this year. This next one.
So Leah,
Okay,
Leah's not
February-
going to be in a
Well, I
fish.
guess not. So February
Nobody-
4th, and then what's the event? What's the third event then?
February 25, back at Balsam Bay.
25 back at Balsam. Okay.
The March
Okay, awesome.
24 is the championship. And like we said, if you're interested, if you enjoyed what you saw there and you want to take part, March 24, that is the B-Side Open. That's open to anybody. It's $300 a team, cash and prizes, and tour cards for 2025. Tour cards. We're not sure exactly how many cards we're going to give out. It'll be 30 minimum. But depending on interest, we'll see how many cards we give out and be a part of this. So hats off to all the teams that joined this year that are in, 28 teams that are in. It's going to be a good season, man. It's just only something to start us.
I like that. I like that 30 number though. 30 is a good
It's
number.
fun, man.
Yeah.
As with anything, we're going to end off here with a quick discussion on there was like Rob Turner, Big Smoke put out there. I hope the Elite Series continues into open water, and that opened up 100 comment discussion debate kind of thing among some of the hardcore tournament guys. And someone came up there like, I mean, whether it's affordable, all that kind of stuff. And Mike is saying that you like the 30 number. But the only way to get the big money is either you raise entry fees or you have a bigger number of entries. So at 30, this is pretty much what the payouts will be for 30 teams at this cost, unless we raise it and stuff. Mike likes 30 teams. I'd prefer more. I'd prefer bigger money to attract teams from other places, right?
The reason I like the 30, right? If we stay at 30 for the first couple of years, and then you find that there's more of an interest to go to 35 to 40, where you still have a waiting list, then that would be good, right? Because that's that battle to stay in that top 30.
Exactly. It all depends on interest. All depends on interest. If we have 150 teams at the B-side Open, we're obviously going to be giving out more cards for sure. So
yeah, like 10 grand to win the that A side would be, it's great, but it'd be even nicer if it was 20, but you got to have that interest.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we still got Q2 coming up there. They've confirmed Brandon Elliott and Kyle are going to pull that over there. So we'll be working out of there. Fantastic, brother. Appreciate you.
That's awesome, man.
And we'll even name it properly this time.
Thinking of putting it near the south somewhere, not too far from Warner. Not too far, bro. Not too far. But yeah, somewhere there would be good. Yeah. Big money. Where is the Open? The Open will be out of Warner Road. Warner Road will be the takeoff spot. Of course, you can fish anywhere, but that'll be the takeoff spot. So cool. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, what we were going to talk about there is, like I said, quick discussion on that. What did you think about what they were talking about on that thread there? Not everyone's on that thread there, but
just the cost. It's cost of going to tournaments and stuff.
To start another series like the Icebreaker series on open water. I mean, the tournaments that are here are dying now.
Yeah,
like, those are the ones that need the support, right? So for another group to come in and start doing another series where you're putting 4 or 5 more tournaments into this, you're going to take away from them.
Yeah.
Well, I think be nice to see those other ones flourish again, but they've all got to grasp that. They all got to come over that hump and say, okay, we're going to just do CPR.
Yeah.
So you think that the new rules have really affected, like, why numbers are down here?
It's
numbers
really
aren't down in Ontario. Numbers aren't down in Saskatchewan.
No, but they are here. The numbers are down, and I guess there's a couple factors. One, it's the cost, and 2, if you don't want to leave, if you just want to have slot tournaments, then it's not going to be any good. Because let's face it, everybody wants to catch big fish. You don't want to catch small fish.
Yeah, the Selkirk Walleye Championship put on by Kickerfish is growing. I don't know about you guys, but that thing has been growing every year that it's been on. So
I'll be right back. My dog's going crazy.
Sure.
Like 2 minutes.
It's all good. But yeah.
We'll be gone in 2 minutes.
You cold, bro? You look whiter than the Tolly. I'm sick, bro. I made it through the show, though. I was going to jump out. I got my tea here. I got NyQuil, but I'm good to go, brother, man. Even they would say they're a little bit down, but they're holding steady, though. Like, they're not up. Like, they're not up. They don't have their waiting list like they used to. You talk like
I think there's talk on that chat, on that thread too, saying that the guys here have to combine the tournaments all together to make one big tour for them. To make it,
it's nice to have a tour. Like it gives you something to strive for, right? Like, let's face it, Central Walleye Trail was nice to have because you would always watch the standings. You were more worried about where you finished for the end goal than you were that day.
Andre prefers CPR. It's not for everybody, right? But I've grown to like it. You know, see, these are way better. Yeah, I've spoken with Steve over at Voyageurs about doing something next year, or like even if it's a light partnership. He's done a light partnership with Doug Kramer before. If it's a light partnership or a heavy partnership, and maybe make some kind of mini series or whatever. But who knows? But as far as adding tournaments, I don't know if there's an appetite in Manitoba to add tournaments, or maybe there is. I don't know.
Maybe once everybody catches on the catch photo release, I think it'll straighten it out.
I mean, it's going to have to be the way to go, right? I mean, as much as we like the live weigh-ins, I mean, we just can't bring in those big fish that we're used that.
I mean, to be honest, I hate babysitting big fish in the summer or like early, like late spring and early fall. That's the
most stressful part of a live well tournament is babysitting. I think someone had a good point there. I think it was like Mike Bohr said. That's why greenbacks are cool because there's no barrel trauma issue really. Even if you catch them out of 25 feet, you don't get floaters with greenbacks. But everywhere else, that's always an issue, right? So it's more stressful for sure. I like 5 best. I hate large slots, like red zones. Yeah. That always irks me, man. Where you can catch 20, 25-inch fish and it counts for dick all. I hated that.
And I think that's why that Selkirk Championship is growing because everybody's liking your top 5 fish.
Alberta's moving. Like they have a northern one and they got a southern series or whatever, right? And they're going well. So,
well, we were talking to some guys from Alberta when we were at Lake of the Prairies.
Yeah,
or at Rowan's, I mean.
Yeah, Last Mountain. Speaking of that, we'll talk next week about that one. But the payouts are
huge.
But he's raising fees to pay for that, right? So when you think about, how come the big payments? And I've had good discussions with people here. Why don't you make a tournament, big one like that, $2,000 entry kind of thing? If you build it, they will come. They will come, and that tournament will be visitors. I don't think Manitobans
do pay that kind of money, man.
There's only certain money. But then each day you could win $8,000 for a big fish. Each day. Yeah. Even if you don't catch anything, you just catch one big fish. $8,000.
So that brings us to one more. I mean, we're going into overtime today, but it's a good discussion. We're talking about that and why our tournaments are dying. Perry had some good comments there. It's his point of view. Not everyone agrees, but his comment was that it's because a lot of people, that's where sponsorship comes in because it's very expensive. I mean, this economy, you should go be buying groceries and paying bills. Like minus 50 out there, you got to heat your house. Yeah, this is all a glorified hobby. No one is we call this an elite series. And we wink, we say that, everyone's a pro now if you're on this tour. But no one's a pro. I mean, we're all weekend warriors still here. And with sponsorship, just want to clear it up there with sponsorships. It's not cash for most. I mean, it depends on your partnership, man. If your buddy owns a landscaping business, for example, just a random example, and they want to chip in and help you out with cash, that's a sponsorship. Yeah. But it's not like everyone, like your regular teams that you see, have all their tours paid for. Shit, everything comes out of my pocket. I get the side eye from Divine all the time because we pay out of. We've only had a handful of tournaments where I've had some cash paid because basically
there's only one professional tour out there that actually the guys were getting paid right to the end, and now they've changed that. So look at the guys at the Bass Elite; they're all paying their own way.
Yeah,
right.
More crappie. Dave Tucker and his crappie.
Problem with Dave, catch crappie. That's why he keeps harping on him.
But yeah, I mean, just to clear it up there, I mean, like on our tour cards there, we have a bunch of tour cards for everybody, and it lists sponsors or any business you want to shout out. A sponsorship could be, I mean, it could be like they're providing some of your lures or your minnows, or it could be like actual cash. It could be a discount and stuff. So it's not exactly not everyone's getting their stuff paid for is what I'm saying. So there's a little bit of misconception there when people think that you're sponsored. Even in my heyday, when I was at my highest point of where my truck was littered with decals, I wasn't getting cash. I wasn't on cash deals. Like that's the highest pinnacle. If you're on cash deals, I wasn't on cash deals. I was getting cash via gift cards or via equipment and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now your truck's just littered with Bigfoot impressions in the back. Yes. Bigfoot moles.
That's my new obsession now. I need to get sponsored by a Sasquatch freaking expo of some sort or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm gonna say this. I know you guys. You may have talked about it, and I'm not trying to kiss Eric's ass. I'm trying to kiss Mike's and Jeremy's too. But the feedback I got on my end, everybody loved what you guys did yesterday, and they love the on-air stuff. They love the instant updates, and I honestly don't think people know what goes into a tournament like this. When Mike and Jeremy say they were busy from 8:30 till 4:30, they weren't doing anything. Like they weren't doing anything else. Like they had to.
I went up to James and I says, I don't know how you guys did it, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And give credit to them too.
Truck, man. And there was only the two of them.
Yeah.
There was four of us, right?
Yeah.
So those guys need a lot of credit for what they did there for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
it was crazy.
Nothing against the Huberts and anybody else who runs a tournament, but man, it's a lot of work. It's not just show up and cut a check at the end of the day, right?
I put that picture up on Instagram and Facebook. I got some messages. Oh, you had a big volunteer crew there, and no, those were like the teams. Those are the winners. Like,
Yeah.
we were a 4-man crew yesterday. That's all it was, or whatever. So, to put that on. So I appreciate you guys, man. That was awesome, hard work, man. Lots of fun though. We had fun doing it.
The other part of the crew slept in or didn't show up.
we had a few marshals that are like, should I still come out?
Scared of the cold, man.
Matt Jelly's hooking up the Sasquatch here. I know Jay Siemens is sponsored by Jack Links. I'm gonna have to get the hook up there for that one. Yeah, for Bigfoot. But yeah, we'll dive a little bit deeper more into the tournament stuff. There's all different aspects and angles there, and why our Manitoba tournaments are dying is what's the wave of the future and formats. And deeper conversation again on sponsorship. We've done it a few times. About once a year, we have a sponsorship conversation, and we'll do that next week. We'll keep talking. If you're new to the channel, give us a sub here at Kicker Fish. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. Check out Doc Talk. Share your recipes in Big Fish. And like I said, every Monday at 8:15, live, interactive, 1 hour of shooting the shit about all things fishing. And
how far away are we from getting rid of a jersey?
At 1,000 subs, we're actually trying right now. 1,000 subs, we're at 990, I think, right now. So 10 more.
990. Oh, we jumped up since yesterday.
Someone is getting an autographed Jeff Gustafson stage jersey. It's sitting.
Awesome.
Here. I have it in the bucket.
10 more, eh?
That's awesome. We had that. I think we're sitting at like 880 last week, kind of thing.
Yeah. So this jersey, it's an autographed Gussie jersey. There's the autograph.
Yeah,
right there. Someone's gonna win that if we hit 1,000, and we're gonna draw that off there. So cool.
There's Andre. Put a message there, right?
We'll talk. We're gonna have a conversation next week about how to get sponsorship, or if you do have one, how to keep it, or how to make everyone happy. And it's got to be a win-win for everybody. It's not just a handout where you have your hand.
I think I'll stay out of that conversation.
Why is that?
I've been trying, but Oreos does not want to sponsor me.
The easiest way to get sponsorships, I'm staying out of it.
There's one way there is one way.
But that'll be a good conversation right there too, man. Because you got lots of up and comers. You got young kids trying to get into the sport and stuff, and or even if you're young or old, man, just everything helps. Like Andre was saying, everything else, man. A $25 gift card goes freaking a long way too, man. Just to, you know what I mean? Like all kinds of stuff. Lots of ways.
Freaking tank of gas goes a long ways nowadays.
Yeah. So, and I'd love everyone on our Elite Series here to be sponsored, even in some way, because you'll get coverage for whatever your business is and stuff like that. And if you want to sponsor the podcast or the tour itself, hopefully you're getting a benefit too, and we'll talk more about that. Socials. Oh yeah, we got a plan for that, brother, man. Mine's always going, brother. We got a big social coming. We're thinking about here, man. So cool. All right. Well, if you guys have anything else to say, we'll talk next week again, man. And same time, same place. Music's going. For sure. Leon tried. Leon tried. And then Jerry the Dragon Boat Santos and Leon the intern. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Have a good night.